Hello and welcome to Mickey Art. My name's Michelle Edhouse and today I am playing with house paint. Now if you follow my channel you know that I do already use house paint as my what do you call it, negative space paint, but I you know, ask and you shall receive is one of the truths of the universe. And I saw somebody post on the Acrylic Pouring for Fun Facebook group that they use acrylic house paints for all their paints, they don't use artist paints. And I was like, oh, I wonder what that's like. I wonder what it would take for me to have a play with house paints, coloured house paints as well. And then 2 days later, I'm at my brother-in-law's house and he's cleaning out to move across the sea. And guess what? He's got a shoebox full of Testpots. Now, these are Testpots of both Dulux and resines. And I've mixed them just with Floetrol. They're already quite runny, so that's what I did, Dulux and Floetrol. And I've got these 4 colours now. In case anyone asks me, the green is Garnish with some from Dulux with some milk chocolate from Resine mixed in. The brown is shaken not stirred with no name on it. I don't know what that is. Maybe mahogany from Resine. The blue is called Selwyn, and the cream is called Paikakariki, which is actually a place here in New Zealand, and several of the paint companies name their paints after place names. So I've just mixed them up to normal mixed consistency, and I'm going to do a flip cup. This one's got a few lumps in it and I'm a little bit unsure as to, I won't be putting much of it in anyway because it's so dark. And so they are quite old Testpots, a lot of them. I'm just playing. I asked, I received, I'm choosing to play. So I haven't got silicone in any of them, so what I'm going to do is I put my 808 silicone spray just in like that, and it is just a tiny little record, so we don't need a lot. I think that just blobbed. Don't need a lot and probably have way too much because that tin has about this much paint in it, and as you can see it's way big. Oh well, who cares, let's play. We're just trialing it, mate. Okay, so we're just going to do a standard flip cup and see what gets created. I think the paints might be a little bit thick, but they are moving, which is a bonus. So let's see if any silicone actually got in there. Get rid of these air bubbles as well. Where did my white go? It's still in the bottom of the pot, maybe. I haven't sprayed silicone into a pot like that for a long time, so I don't even know whether it works very much. Last time I used house paint like this, I got a really crusty result, but I had put it in the sun to dry, because it was like my first ever attempt at this. I need something to fish those out with. There's a couple of lumps in here. There we go. Well, I quite like the colours together. They're quite cool. Not sure where the silicone is, but let's give this a go. Somebody posted a while ago in a comment that they'd seen it done where you spray over top. But I'm not sure that's going to do anything at all. Because the idea with the silicone is that it pushes its way to the surface because oil rises. And so if you just spray it on the top, I don't get that it probably is going to do anything. Except leave a lovely greasy sheen that won't clean off very easily. Maybe I should have given it a stir in the cup. Oh, crikey. I found all the silicone. Check this out. Can you see this? There's my silicone. Haha. Maybe if we look at that. Isn't that pretty? Swirl that around a bit. And see what that creates. Move it. No, not really. I liked it before I put those stripes on. That's a bummer. Okay, so let's do something else. A little bit more of you. A little bit more of you. That white's really thick. I'm actually not surprised at all that it didn't come to the top. And let's give that a bit of a squiggle, and 1, 2, 3, release. Now my biggest question is going to be, what consistency do I get when this dries? Where did my blue go? Alright. There we go, we got some cells. Yay for cells. I'm just going to leave that one alone and let it dry, and we'll see how it goes, because really this is a test of what the I hope you've had that and a little bit more focus than that. This is really a test of the paint rather than its sellability, or saleability even. I'm being funny. Alright, I adore you all, and I'll be back once this is dry. Let's have a look at it before we go. There's a lot of noise around here, sorry guys. So there's some pretty cool cells in there. That second pour. Not many. It's already looking quite powdery. But you know what, in some colour combinations that looks quite cool. This could quite easily be a, you know, an overhead landscape kind of, that looks like a very cool edge, sandy riverbed kind of look. There's some cool stuff in it. There's some not so cool stuff in it, and let's see how it dries. See how sandy that is? Alright, I'll be back once it's dried to show you how the house paint is coming along. Hello and welcome back, and here we have it, our little 45 record done with the house paint test pots. Now there are a couple of places in here that have cracked, and that's cool, that's okay, it's not a big stress in this one. They just look like part of the landscape and how they have yeah, the land is cracking. The land does crack. We have lots of earthquakes, especially here in New Zealand. And if, you know, I would say that I will probably not use this method of paint without some more experimenting with mediums. This was straight Floetrol and water. Other than those crackings, it's dried really well. I really like it. It's kept its cells, it's kept its colours, it's done really nicely. So I would, if I was going to be going ahead using this, I would not use the same pouring medium as I do with acrylic paint. Artist acrylic paint, sorry. This is acrylic, but it's house paint. So there you go. That's my example. Even the ants suddenly, oh, I was walking on a branch and now I'm walking on something else. I'm not really sure what it is. How's it get any better than that? So what else can you experiment with, guys? Like, what comes to hand? I know that there's been lots of experimenting with what silicons to use And I've seen people trying food oils and hair products and all sorts of different things. Hey, I use a personal lubricant. How does it get any better than that? So what can you experiment with? What can you play with? And where else can you get materials that you can play with? You know, I mean, I turned milk bottles into canvases. How does it get any cheaper than that? What else is possible, guys? Have fun and come play with us on Acrylic Pouring for Fun Facebook group, where we can share what we've tried, what worked, what didn't work, and have fun together on there. So thanks for joining me again. So if you've liked this video, please subscribe and tick the bell. Give me a thumbs up, maybe send me a comment, let me know what you thought. Maybe you've tried using paint, house paint, and you've got a recipe that you'd like to share in the comments with others that try this. Thanks again for joining me. I'll see you again really soon. Bye bye.